You're rocking with the best. You are now rocking with the best.
Welcome
to the 605 show.
Brought to you by... I was going to say something awful.
By us.
Because it's a Friday. Brought to you by 605 Magazine and Thinker Networks. Hello. Also brought to you by Alana Snyder and Dan Card.
Yep, that's us.
Danielle
Card. We're back. It's the November episode.
Can you believe it?
No.
I mean, it's the holidays.
I'm
sure you're done with all your shopping.
Yeah.
Have you begun from last year?
I just made you buying makeup gifts from last year.
Here's the thing is like I always start out like semi-strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always like pre-order like 2 or 3 Etsy things, and then I think I'm like better than everybody, and then I forget, and then it's Christmas, and then I forgot the rest of the people.
You're getting a gift card. You know what I mean? It's like
you get a gift card.
Gift cards.
I mean, who doesn't like an Amazon gift card?
Amazon gift
local.
cards. Yep. Shop local.
Is what I'm saying.
I just do Shields gift cards. That's what I ask for. That's all I ask
really?
for. Yep. Just give me a Shields gift card.
Usually I got to do my Zambros. Zambros is like my number one. They have great holiday cards. They have great holiday
place,
gifts. Yeah. I also am digging, which is actually, we'll get to this in the newest 605 magazine, Alcove at the Steel District.
I have not been over there yet.
So that is the Washington Pavilion's newest museum store, and it has amazing gifts for people. And you can drink champagne while you shop.
I'll have to check that out.
That's what I'm saying.
Last year, if it's anything like Zambros, then yeah. Last year, that was what came in clutch for me.
Oh.
Like the week before Christmas.
Oh, Zambros is always clutch. Like It's like you just go in there, you can find something for someone.
Yep.
But also, we're going to talk about the November issue. Get ready for the holidays with the newest issue of 605 Magazine. Explore places to shop with our Pierre and Rapid City gift guides. Read about your personal color analysis with Color of the Hills and Spearfish and more. Grab a copy while you're out or read online at 605magazine.com.
I love it.
.com. And speaking of Pierre, we have Christmas at the Capitol coming up. I have never actually been to this, and I have heard it is majestic.
Well, yeah, they bring in these like massive trees, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like hosted by the governor, so it's like it's gonna be lit, literally. You know what I'm saying? So it's at the Capitol all through November and December, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. from November 27th through December 26th. The Capitol building will be open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., including Thanksgiving Day. For Christmas at the Capitol, the grand lighting ceremony is open free to the public and will be held November 26th at 7 p.m. See all the holiday beauty, take in the smell of pine, and enjoy this year's theme through the eyes of a child. Don't laugh at me.
That was
more info, Christmas at the Capitol.sd.gov. There's also Christmas tours of the historic Adams House, November 29th through the 30th of the historic Adams House in Deadwood. 1 to 5, step in the holiday magic of the Adams House, beautifully decorated for the Christmas season. Join Deadwood History for an open house style tour on November 29th through the December 1st. Oh God, December 6th through the 8th, 13th through the 15th, and the 20th through the 22nd. All attendees will receive a free gift. Ooh la la. And kids can enjoy a coin collecting scavenger hunt. Kids love coins. Can we just say that along the way? Don't forget to visit the Adams House gift shop for unique gifts. Tickets can be purchased online or at the door. More info, deadwoodhistory.com. And for those who don't know, there's like, first off, the Adams House is super haunted. Okay. I've been there. It's weird. And the lady that left.
Kind of fun though, right?
Oh yeah. But like, it's one of those stories where like the last person that lived there just like stood up and walked out. Left all the furniture.
Yeah.
Like, so all the furniture there is the furniture from her. So
did she haunt it or did she leave due to it being haunted?
We don't know. We'll never know now. I don't know. But go there and see what happens.
Check it out.
26th Annual Festival of Lights, November 30th, downtown Rapid City, 6 p.m. Witness holiday magic in downtown Rapid City as floats strung with thousands of lights sparkle in the trees, twinkle on the buildings, and dazzle for more than 30,000 spectators during the 26th Annual Festival of Lights. The premier winter event is in the Black Hills. Check out the parade. Ice skate at Main Street Square. I would love to watch you ice skate. And walk around with a cup of hot cocoa. More info, festivaloflightsrc.com. Are you good or bad at that?
not as bad as you would think.
Okay. Did you
I'm a
play
little
hockey?
bit more. God, no. I grew up in the desert.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I did a little bit of roller hockey, like rollerblades.
Oh, I did that too.
Like on concrete. Like basically take like an outdoor tennis court and you.
Yes. I was like the Mighty Ducks, where like I was the only girl on my team.
No.
And I took my helmet off at the end and was like, the reveal.
I prefer like two wheel. I prefer stuff with like 2 wheels and handlebars. Stuff that's really out there, like on a very small thing. Like it's just.
Roller skates are also hard.
Roller skates are a little hard. I don't know if I've told this story when I completely like broke this thing in half, like bones everywhere, like completely annihilated.
From roller skating?
That was on roller skates.
Oh no.
Yeah, both bones. It was basically just hanging down.
Oh, sick. No.
Super gnarly break.
No.
Super fun. If you've got kids at home or you're squeamish, let me go into more detail. Kidding.
Oh God.
We're done. But yeah, that was a rollerblade incident.
But you know what doesn't make me squeamish? Dani from the Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce.
That was
What a
arguably one of the worst transitions I've seen you make
Thank you.
to date.
Question mark.
that is best worst.
Welcome,
It's a
Dani.
little alarming. Hello.
How are you?
I'm saying it was a rough
I-
transition that she executed well.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever been introduced like that before, but it works. Appreciate it. I'm glad to be on here. So
So yeah, you can tell. So Dan is not originally from here. So he likes to still think of it, which I know you probably hear all the time, as Pierre.
Pierre,
How do you feel about that?
It's
How
like-
angry does it make you?
it's like when people say Oahu or what's another good one? There's a couple good ones out here. Everything's Laframboy. We get Laframboy a lot.
And you
So,
said, and it's Oahe.
oh, yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
That's
You
what I
got
thought.
it.
Okay, I got scared.
Wait, people
No,
say, but
don't
people
be
say,
scared.
so we're talking about like the Oahe Winter Festival, right? People call that Oahu,
Yeah, I've had Oahu come through the door and I'm like, nope, it's Oahu.
but it's not. So I'm going to just take a quick minute to pull out a small soapbox because
Yes.
the spelling, if you read it and you're not from here, you've never heard it said before, the spelling is Pierre. Oahe doesn't have an excuse because that's not how Oahu is spelled.
No, I would agree. I've definitely, there's the name
Someone like
Pierre,
yourself.
so I would definitely agree. I'm an implant into this town, so I understand what you're saying.
Like I moved out to the Midwest and I heard of, I saw, I forget where I saw the town, but like Minot, North Dakota. And
yeah.
Minot looks like Pinot Noir, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Minot, North Dakota. And they're like, it's
Minot.
Minot. And I'm like, well, we don't call it Pinot Noir wine.
Half the stuff out here is all, yeah, no, I couldn't even make an excuse for it. I've lived here my entire life and I still can't pronounce some of the names in this.
It's okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from like Mitchell area, so Corn Palace.
Oh,
there we go.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
I saw they got that new rooftop bar.
See, I haven't been there in like 3 years, so I would not
Yeah.
know.
It's called like Brady's or something. And it's like, yeah, they have a brand new rooftop bar that looks over the Corn Palace.
Is that hotel ever going to be done? That's getting turned into apartments? Because it's been like, I think at least a decade.
No, I didn't
Really?
even know they were
Yeah.
doing that when I lived there. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I came,
wow.
so, but they did open up a new, like little brewery / coffee shop over in Parkston. It's like 20 miles south of there. I know about that,
Oh,
but that's about it. Yeah. It's
How
all
about
like
that?
custom local brewery stuff. So they've got a lot of stuff down there, but I
You know
haven't
what?
been back.
Screw it. Let's
in-
talk about Pierre.
I like it. Let's
So
get into it.
3 years ago, 3 years ago, you moved up to Pierre?
Yes, two
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2
All right.
years.
Paint
And
me a
then
picture.
they,
So
well,
holiday shopping is happening,
Yes.
and we featured that in this issue. Where would
Mhm.
you go and why? Let's walk through shopping in Pierre because I saw some great
well,
spots.
yes. So downtown shopping wise, you can't really go wrong. Downtown is obviously altogether like any other place, and so you have a lot of stuff down there. Have you been into any of the shops other than the ones that you guys take some pictures of?
I have before, and the
Yeah.
bars.
And the bars,
No.
you gotta hit the spots, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've got lots of good stuff down there. We've got, oh gosh, now you're putting me on the spot, and I wasn't mentally thinking about that.
Oh God, sorry.
You know
Part of
what?
the
We'll
charm
figure it
of the
out.
show.
Because I went to the
yeah.
alley. The alley was cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, the alley. She's got a lot of stuff. There's also, if you haven't been down there, Chris's Glam Closet. So
Oh,
she's got some, yeah, she does actually like vendors every single weekend. So she fills up her store with vendors every weekend. It's insane. I don't know how she can do it, but she does do that. And then she will be bringing that weekend the Grinch. So if anyone wants to meet the Grinch and have some sass and some pictures, you can go down
oh,
to her shop. It's right by Capital City Florist. So the beginning
yes.
of downtown, those first few stores. Yeah.
Yeah, Capital City Florist. That was really cool. They have like everything. They had like
Yes. They
clothes. They have
yeah.
cooking stuff. They had, by the
Yep.
way, I'm like a whore for Hallmark. So like they have the Hallmark ornament section, and that gets me going. Okay.
There's a
And
couple
they had
stores
really
here.
fancy ones this year. They had like the Haunted Mansion. Stop it, Dan. They had the Haunted Mansion and a bunch of really good stuff. Okay. And you know
You
what?
know,
They're getting
you know,
fancier.
the charm of small town is that you're gonna have a lot of different shops that are like that, where they've got just about everything and anything you could ever imagine in one spot. And then you're gonna continue on with life. But I'm glad you like Hallmark cards so much.
I think she really meant like the entirety of the brand, the franchise, the
Brand
movies,
itself.
the cards,
No.
the retail,
Give it to
the
me.
brick and mortar stores, all of it.
Yeah.
The
Have
novelty
any of you guys
chocolates.
have you seen the TikToks about the Hallmark movies? There's a
Oh,
couple
yeah,
on
for sure.
TikTok who's doing the parodies of them. It's great.
It's
I would
fantastic.
recommend that one.
I like the one where there's somebody who like needed emergency surgery from like that, because it's like the country person and like the brilliant neurosurgeon from New York, and then somebody like
Yes.
the TikTok cut to the dude in the hospital bed, like, hey, you're not gonna make it because your surgeon fell in love with somebody who owns a bakery in
my
like
God.
Oh,
Ohio.
shucky darn.
Or it's like always some woman who's in marketing. Like it's always
Yeah.
marketing or a magazine, like or something like
Or,
that.
like,
And it's like, I'm in
yes.
marketing. And then it's like, yeah, and then they're like, I have to help with this local talent show now
What if we
with
find
Mario
out-
Lopez.
What if we find out that
So-
for years that AI has been already making movies for years, and it's all the Hallmark movies that we know?
Here's the thing: is they have legitimately said the Ashton Kutcher Reese Witherspoon movie. They think that was made by AI, and they've never denied it.
That's, but okay, you know what?
here
We have a
first. Is
small
this
town
AI?
Hallmark movie, I think, coming in now. You have yourself set up perfectly for a Hallmark movie. You guys work for a magazine. You just need to find your people
Oh,
from
I just have
outside
to
of
find a
town.
farmer. They're rich too, they're hot and
Yeah,
low key,
they
and
definitely. Oh
they
yeah.
know how to clean up some shit. Anyways, so let's talk about the first ever Oahe Winter Festival. So this is the first time you're ever doing it.
Yes.
A long-lived holiday tradition. So are you kind of saying though, would this be a good Hallmark movie moment?
For the right person, absolutely.
December
When
6th.
is never? Yeah, 7th. The 6th is Parade of Lights.
Oh,
So
6th
you're
is the Parade
talking
of
about
Lights.
like
Okay.
Festival of Lights. We basically have the same thing. It's a Parade of Lights, and it's our 24th annual this year. So we're headed in for a really big one next year. But
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah, we get a
I'm
lot of
into it.
people. It's one of those events that the town, no matter what it is, the town's always involved and excited for. So gets the kids super excited because it's usually since it all coincides with the Christmas at the Capitol, which by the way, I'm so disappointed you've never been.
Yeah.
I know.
What is up with this?
I've always wanted to go.
You should come this year. They're doing with, like I said, the Through a Child's Eyes. We have a video on our Facebook of them pulling in the giant tree that was donated. There's like 20 guys lined up side to side, and they have to yank it in. And then you have a whole bunch of people on the second level in the Capitol, and they're trying to yank it up. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll
What
need
they
to
should have
go.
done is exclusively employed children to do it
Because it's through their
through the
eyes.
child's eyes. It would have taken a couple hundred. You know what I mean?
I think that would violate child labor.
It would take a long time, but it's through
It
their
would
eyes.
take a long time.
I'd be like, it's through your eyes. Don't you get it?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Volunteer
so-
work at its finest.
Okay, so the 6th is the Parade of Lights, and then 7th, there is festivities around the community, like live entertainment, a scavenger hunt, activities and vendors in the downtown area, which, by the way, your guys' downtown is so cute, so definitely check it out.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Can I ask, like,
Tell
so
you.
this is the first year you guys have done something like specifically the Oahe Winter Festival. What was the
Yeah.
impetus behind that? What sparked this?
Are you really sure you want me to sit down and try and explain that whole mess of a story?
Give me like
Alex
90.
came
Give me
about?
90 seconds of it. We got time.
Well, so what was it? Last winter. So this is in 2023, December of 2023. So this is a full year in the making. We sat down and we wanted to make sure that there was a community event that was literally free for anyone to come in, because a lot of the times, a lot of those types of events that happen in the winter cost quite a bit of money for people to attend. And then it turned out they wanted to do, and it was called a winter carnival. And so they wanted to do like a literal carnival in the winter. And then I put together a committee of people, and several Facebook posts later, it turned into a Oahe Winter Festival, and it wasn't a carnival anymore. And then 2 months later, it turned into this like vendor show. And then I decided to just make us an umbrella for all the events happening that weekend, because we have, and I have it written down here, I have 7 different events happening just that day alone outside of what we're doing. Yeah. So we have it, it's going to be across the entire pier and Fort Pier. So it's really, really long, fully a year long story. And now
Yeah.
it's coming to happen in a month, I think a month to the day almost. So
Very
Jeez.
cool.
What are those other events?
yeah. So
The
we've
7.
also got going on, it's called a Christmas market, and it's going to be at one of the churches. There's going to be an absolutely massive vendor show, like bigger than ours. It's going to be over at the Casey Tibbs Museum. If you've never been there, definitely recommend. It's all like the rodeo history of South Dakota. They do a great job up there. It's so pretty. It's one of the best views of Pierre from their little boardroom area. Like you can see the entire river. You can see over into the Pierre community. It's gorgeous. And then we also have a Santa's Helper Fair. I don't remember who's running that one, but that is going on. And then
Well,
for anyone who
Santa's
likes,
helpers running that actually.
It's right there in
well,
the name.
obviously,
Danny.
yeah. I don't even know the location though. Oh, but we also have East Pier Landscape. They're doing porch pots. They'll also have Santa helpers out there, but they're gonna be doing porch pots, and they've got stuff for parents and kids available. Let's see here. There's the tour of homes. Have you guys ever done a tour of homes before?
Tour of homes? Like
Where you literally go into someone's home that they spent an entire month cleaning and decorating and basically snoop around their house.
Oh no, back where I grew up, we called that B&E.
Yeah, I
what's
know.
that?
We're doing it for a fundraiser now.
Oh, breaking
Breaking in.
God, sorry.
Yeah, you toured the homes.
I'm
You just
late to the game. Okay.
no, I have not.
know
That's
what?
it's, so
Here we
it's
go.
similar
It's
to
called
like
a misdemeanor.
we yeah, allegedly. We do like the tour day downtown, right? The loft tour, downtown loft tour, right? And it's similar to that where people decorate and they kind of spruce
But
up
are
their
you
home.
saying this is like holiday decorations?
Yeah,
I'm into
it's like a
that.
fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for the Meals on Wheels. So Meals on Wheels feeds in our community, I think I was told like 130 people a day. And so they make free meals every single day, and they do it for lunch, and they hand it out. They have drivers take it to these people's homes. So this can look anything like elderly who just can't, they don't have their driver's license anymore, or their caretaker can't go and get them food. If you are in need of food, they will do that. You just call them up and be like, hey, I need some food. And they'll be like, okay, let's mark you down on the list. And then off you go.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, they're doing their really big sponsorship thing. And so we're putting them on the map for that. And then there's another vendor show over at Northridge, so at the mall where TJ Maxx just opened. So like,
Okay.
does it smell like the other old TJ Maxxes? You know how they get kind of grimy and gross. It smells new and
they
nice.
turn a little goodwilly.
What are you saying about
Yeah.
TJ Maxx?
Yeah.
I love a good TJ Maxx and Home Goods haul, but this one
No,
doesn't
there's an
smell.
aroma.
So
You're right.
Yeah.
oh yeah. So
It's
we
like
have that.
Subway.
Kinda like-
Yeah.
It's like you get the
There's a
stink on you,
distinct-
but in a good way.
Yeah. Distinct.
I got a stink on me. I went to Subway. All right. What? Anything else we should know about what's going on in Pierre?
I have one other thing going on. We have a shoe drive at Goodwill. So any kid who comes in, they have to sign up for it. But any kid who comes in gets a free pair of shoes.
Dang.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And then
that
where
awesome?
can people catch up with Pierre? Plug your ish.
Well, you guys can always go to our Facebook page. is going to be the most updated. Are you gonna laugh? You look like you're gonna laugh.
That's just her face.
It's just
Did you say?
okay. But anyways, Facebook page, Pierre Area Chamber, and that's a good spot to go for it. Or our website. We have information on the event itself hanging out on our website at pier.org. So pretty simple and easy. But I guess I should say too, with the downtown locations, we do have our vendor fairs over at the Legion, American Legion, and then at Lee Real Estate. So both places are going to offer some different stuff. The Lee Real Estate's going to have more activity-based vendors. So there could be anything from cookie decorating to like present wrapping. And then the Legion is going to have more of the like arts and crafts type things.
Oh,
But
cool.
they both got lots of fun stuff. And then we have live music that afternoon at 7.
Sweet. And
Yeah.
don't forget, December 6th and 7th. We have a lot of stuff going on at Pier, Parade of
So-
Lights, and all of the things.
Parade of Lights
And
on
Oahe
December
Winter
6th.
Festival,
Oahe Winter Fest,
which
on
is
the 7th.
not a carnival.
No.
It's so much
It's
more. I mean,
festival.
it is, but it's so much more.
It's evolved.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts
Yes.
in this
Yes.
instance.
There
Well,
is
thanks for putting up
activities,
with
so I
us.
guess you kind of get a little bit of extra stuff. There's different activities happening. You just get to keep up on it on Facebook.
For
Very
sure.
cool. Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate you, Dan. This has been cool getting to know a little bit more of the background, all the stuff that's going on. You guys have a lot of moving parts up there. So,
Yes, it's a never-ending move, that's for sure.
never-ending move.
Lots of stuff
Absolutely.
happening, but
Well, check it out, pier.org or Facebook, visit Pier SD. Check it out.
Yeah.
Meow.
Right meow.
please do.
Right, meow.
Annie, we'll see you soon. Or Danny, excuse me, we'll see you soon. I was
We
We
reading,
have
I
a
was
lady in
reading our
our
next
office
guest.
named
I would always
Annie.
I was reading our next guest.
I know, he was just so excited.
I was reading our next guest.
Horrible.
But it's great
Speaking
talking to you.
of.
It was
Thank
good
you.
talking
Bye,
to you guys
Dani.
too. Bye-bye.
And that was Dani, and now we have Annie.
Which, can you blame me to a degree?
Come on down, Annie and Leah. What's going on? I still think we should have like sounds for this,
One day.
like clapping.
I like these chairs.
Yeah.
Welcome.
How's it going, everybody?
It's great.
What's going on?
I feel very comfortable. I podcast here as well.
Hey,
Yeah, they use the studio.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, how often do you guys podcast more, right?
But let's see, bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, yeah. We're
Which is
monthly.
every other week, not
Yes.
twice a week.
That's a phrase that messes you up, right? You
It
gotta
does.
think about.
Yep.
It's never messed me up.
I go toe to toe with Tamian a lot on that because like,
Yeah.
what does bi-weekly mean? What does bi-monthly mean?
Yeah,
Is it every other month? Is it twice a month? It's technically both,
Right.
technically.
which is confusing.
You're just a confused person.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about you two talk about how do you know each other? Do you know each other?
Yes, we actually just met like a week ago for the
Oh.
first time. I heard
We've
Annie
been
speak.
inseparable ever since.
Yes,
Oh
we've
my
been
gosh.
texting in the Instagram DMs, all the things. But I heard Annie speak at CultureCon and her story about how she moved from Sioux Falls and now she has this business and her family here. It really resonated with me and some of the things that we have going on at the Development Foundation, which I can talk more about. But yeah, so our relationship has just kind of started, but I'm excited to highlight her today as part of our marketing efforts
Yes.
and things like that. So yeah.
Yes. So actually, we met through a networking group,
I know.
and then we had coffee, and I heard a bunch about your story. It's really cool. So you moved here from LA,
Yes, I did.
and so talk about that.
Yeah, so when I was 3, so I was born in Sioux Falls. And when I was 3, my mom moved as a single mom to Los Angeles. And I had the wonderful opportunity, though, to get to spend every summer with my grandparents in Sioux Falls and Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. So I always joke, like, you can take the girl out of Sioux Falls, but, you know, you can, what is it? You can take the girl out of, you can't take
Can't take Sioux Falls out of the girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I always felt like I had, like, my home was here. It always felt very comforting. And so, and then I went to college in California and met my
Where
now
did you go
husband,
again?
Cal State Fullerton.
Okay.
Yep. And I don't know, I just always had in my head that this was such a special place. I never really fit in. And it's a funny story because I was a server and bartender for like 9 years. And a lot of people in that industry have moved from other places to become actors or in, you know, theater, whatnot. And people would always ask me, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here. They're like, you don't seem like you're from here.
Yeah.
Like, why? Because I'm not shallow.
Because I'm
and-
not sad.
shallow and actually want to talk to you and care about you. Yeah. So Then when we were looking at starting a small business, Chris had only lived in Orange County. He had never moved, and his family all lived within 12 miles of each other. It was very, very weird to move out of the region.
Yeah.
And I had planted a seed in his head, like, if you really want to do this, this is a special place, and they treat small businesses kindly. And so we honestly just packed up our car and took a risk. He had never moved for college, and he's like, you know what? If I don't enjoy it, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And this community has been so welcoming and kind, and now we just couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
How long ago was that you moved?
So we moved in 2008 to 2000. This is actually a good story. 2008 to 2011, we started our first gym. We sold our first gym here and had no family, nothing here. And so we thought, why would we stay here? We had no children, and we moved back to Los Angeles. Yeah. And we were there for 2 years, and we just never could get Sioux Falls out of our head.
No kidding.
And so when we were looking to open another gym, there was just roadblocks everywhere in LA. It's really difficult. And the good thing with it, it's very populated. So you can go to different cities, but it just, every door kept closing. And so we actually came back here. We still had owned our home, and we were renting it out, and our renters were leaving. And we're like, you know what? Let's just go back. It's almost like a reset and figure out where our next place to plant our feet is. Yeah. And when we came back here, it was June of 2011. We were like, maybe we should just look at starting at the gym here. And I actually went to the Western Mall where our gym was for 11 years, the last 11 years, to use the bathroom. And I had seen this place in the back that was on my vision board. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's our gym. And 2 weeks later, we were moved back and opened our gym a month later after that.
Very cool.
So 2013, we've been set here.
Yeah.
Since.
What was it about that? You said you couldn't get out of your head. What was it?
I think it's the community.
Yeah.
I think that people, like I said, they really do care about you. Life, Chris and I always say, life is simple, not easier. Mm-hmm. And I think once we could do what we loved with no distractions, and people were really open to health, and they were open to letting us help them. And I think in a big city, it's information overload. And so sometimes people don't trust you. And so they get, it just takes a long time. And this just felt, like I said, like really people would let us comfort them. Yep. And Chris and I just thrive as off community, as you guys know. And it was such a wonderful community. We always just felt like it was like adult recess all the time. Like, this can't be life. Like, this was so great. And Chris grew up in northern Anaheim, so it was very similar when I say that. Weather-wise, no, obviously. But it was, kids could ride bikes, working middle class, very welcoming. So when he came here, it was nice because, yes, the weather was a little drastic change, but he felt at home pretty immediately as well. So that was awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. So then talk about briefly your first gym that you had for 11 years and then what you're doing now.
Yeah, so we opened CPM, our first gym, which is Christopher Paul Mello, or Courage, Potential, Motivation, which we felt were 3 elements to really complete an athlete, right? And so we wanted to evolve with fitness. Chris and I met in the gym when I was 19 and he was 21. He was my personal trainer. And we got to see a lot of different elements of gym life. And so we wanted to be able to continue and grow and change as people continue to grow and change. And so we did that for 11 years. And probably about a year and a half ago, I got approached by the Schurzlicks to help them find a gym for their new development downtown. I had helped them with a couple other projects, and they had been clients of mine for about 10 years. And so they asked me to move downtown, and I said, I don't want another light bill. I did not want to do it. I was very hesitant. And if anybody knows Jeff, they know he does not take no for an answer. And so their vision,
he's short,
though,
but he is strong.
He's mighty. Strong, yeah, short but mighty.
Resolute.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
And just when they would talk about their vision and this lifestyle, it was something that I say that was the city part that I loved and that I missed so much, that urban living where you could do so much in one spot. And so they really wanted to create that vibe. And when they showed me the picture and the vision, it was like, I just couldn't say no. So
Right,
then
right.
in October this year of 2024, we opened our modern fitness facility.
And it's awesome. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And it's a dream come true. Honestly, it's been something that I've visioned for 8 years. And it definitely was patience. Persistently patient is what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like I'm a girl at Disneyland. Like every day I get excited.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to be able to help new people see this vibrant, growing community. And yes, I've only been here since 2013 or 2008 originally, but to just see the growth in such a short amount of time and see how on board everybody is, it's just been really, really fun to see.
Well, you're part of a huge growing period of downtown. And so talk about the new vibe, the new brand and everything.
Yeah, so the new brand, we're really catering to the working professional. We have tenants above us, and we have about 890 employees in the Cherapa campus, and then also all of downtown Sioux Falls. Nobody's touching these people. No one's helping these people. And what we found is they needed our help most. They're desk bound. They're stressed. They're not getting any breaks. And you're a mama too. You get home and I joke, my hardest job starts. And so we wanted to be the people helping them and talking to them and having fun with them. And then also creating a wellness place for them where they could sauna. They could just take their time and get ready. We created a spa type environment in the locker room so that it wasn't just like get in, get out, on to the next.
Yeah.
It was really creating an experience for them so they felt special.
Right.
And so that's what we're really trying to do.
Yeah, and then you have like lunchtime stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Which is like not very common, it seems like, for gyms to have a lunchtime class or something, which I've heard has already been really helpful for people.
Yeah, so the methodology and thought process through, we call it the SISU method, is literally talking to the working professional, and time is of the essence to you guys. And time matters. So we wanted to create the most value in the shortest amount of time. And people believe what they see. So when they see 30 minutes, we've already had the huge influx of people being like, well, I can do that.
Right.
And so now they're accepting and they're wanting to come. So then we want to also offer like to-go lunches once Pomegranate opens, and grab and go meals, and just really create that for them so they don't have to think about anything else, because there's just no capacity left.
You guys use this term corporate athlete, which I really like.
Thank you.
And that's basically what you just got done talking about, right? Is like, how do I incorporate some of these principles into somebody who has 45 minutes for lunch, because you might not have 90 minutes to go do this massive workout, warm up, cool down, recovery.
Exactly.
And so that's really designed for people like right in this area. And it's really cool.
And less is more. I just got the pleasure of talking to one of the Ide Bailey employees who was there, and I said, so you're gearing up for tax season. And so we're working with their company already to incorporate 10-minute workouts.
Yeah.
Dang.
Lunch workouts, so like snacks to have, so that when they come in, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Because if you're doing that for your tax season, you're going to get better. Because what do most people do? They don't do anything. They'll do it after tax season. I'm just going to load up on carbs, donuts, coffee to keep awake. And then they get into the slump, and it's really hard as we age to get out of it.
Yeah.
So we want to be that person that's like, almost like, it's okay. Yeah. Like, we feel you, we see ya.
Right.
And here's how we're going to help you.
And a lot of times, like, the older you get, you like have to build habits. Mm-hmm. And like you're saying, like, if your habit is like, I'm just going to do whatever feels good. I'm just going to lay down. I'm going to eat a donut, like whatever. And it's like, if you build that habit of like, and you're making it so easy with like, oh, it's okay. You got 10 minutes. You can figure this out. Like, or like having those like quick grab things. It's like, also, have you read the book Atomic Habits?
Oh yeah. I love James.
It's kind of like that. It's like, make it attractive, make it available. And like, that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like,
we want to make it so people are like, that's it.
Right.
Like, yes.
But
now we're on the right track.
But it's that with consistency.
Exactly.
Because like, and I talked about that the other day, like having a ceiling and a floor for stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get the 3-hour morning routine with the perfect sauna session, cold plunge, cryo, do all your stuff, do a workout, but you might have 10 minutes.
I think that's one of the things that really is frustrating for Chris and I in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
A lot of fluff. It's a lot of fluff.
It's aesthetic, not
and people get information
practical.
Overload. The other day, I just put somebody through it was literally 12 minutes, and they were like, they had to get to a meeting. And I said, here, boom, 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 boom. And they were like, that was amazing.
right.
And they felt great. And, and we overestimate what we can do
Right.
day to day.
Exactly. Yeah, because I feel like that too. Like I've had workout classes where it's like 30 minutes is like the sweet spot. If it's past 30 minutes, I'm like, all I can think of is like, oh my God, there's like 15 minutes left. Like, or there's 45 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. So to know that you're like catering that to people is really cool.
What do you think about, like, most people have a commute. Most people have kids, and it's like if I go to the gym for an hour, now it's really an hour and a half, hour 45 on either side of that. If I go for 30 minutes, I can crank that out an hour. Right. Or less. And it makes a lot more sense for people because you're better off doing that 4 times a week than you would going for 2 hours once a week.
Heck yeah.
So you're with the Sioux Falls Development Foundation. Why do you think that Annie and Chris are such a good example too of like what you're trying to do with your branding and with your message?
Exactly. So we have our Wish You Were Here campaign that's live now, and the whole message with that is to market to our Sioux Falls community, to talk to their friends and family who've moved away from the area and tell them to come back and see what we have in Sioux Falls. We're a safe, affordable community with so many amenities, and SISU is just another example of that. And I love Chris and Annie's story about how she feels like she was always at home here, and that's the case for a lot of people who have relocated and come back. They just feel like that's missing. And so we're really excited to be sharing that message with our community and empowering them to really talk with those people who've relocated and show them what we have here. So we've got some great ads, video ads coming out, a print ad in 605 magazine, some other fun things. And so be on the lookout for those. Those are really great.
And a big giveaway.
Yes, a big giveaway that we want to talk for sure about. $1,000 to Downtown Sioux Falls gift card. And
you can get a lot for that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So that'll be giving away, I think the giveaway closes December 31st, and you can enter at siouxfalls.com/giveaway.
Awesome.
And you can also share it with your friends and family so they can enter to win too. You can have them come stay with you and show them exactly what Sioux Falls has to offer here. So we're really excited about that.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, you're a good example too.
A transplant.
We're
transplant.
both California.
I went to Cal State San Bernardino
That's right.
for a year, just
There
up
you
the
go.
free, very different
Cal
world than Cal State
State.
Fullerton. Less.
You know, some
less
fun
nice.
fact though, you can go to any Cal State. So I actually took a couple classes at Cal State Northridge and Cal State LA.
Yep, I had to go down to one of the Poly campuses. It wasn't. I think it might have been Cal Poly Pomona, which is still under that network.
Yeah.
But that back then, so this would have been 08, 09. Back then, it was in the infinite wisdom of whoever ran the Cal State system. At that point, we were over enrolled and under budgeted, and so I couldn't get classes. I was a kinesiology like pre-phys major, and like I couldn't. I was taking like basket weaving, basically, like, you know what I mean, for like electives just to like maintain.
Never made me a basket.
And then I didn't finish the basket weaving course. I wasn't an exemplary student back in the day, believe it or not. Shocking. Because where I grew up in California was a little bit different, and it was so I grew up out there too. But when I moved to the Midwest, the first place I had moved to was a very small town in like Sioux County, Iowa, like northwest Iowa, and it was very different. Like culture shock. Talk about like, oh, this is weird, and struggled to really get a fit in. I moved back to California for a little while too. Moved up to the high desert. If you're thinking about going there, don't. It's fine. And then I moved back to moved back to Iowa, and then finished school for a few years, and then found Sioux Falls. And I think I got to Sioux Falls in 2015, like right after you guys did. And it was the same kind of thing. Like there's something about the community here. Like it's.
How did you find Sioux Falls?
Avera School of Emergency Medicine. I was doing some stuff with them,
Cool.
the EMS stuff up there.
I just want to know.
Yeah, it was that. So it was basically they have a paramedic program and some of that stuff. And so there was a couple things I was doing there, and then somebody who I've known through the restaurant industry for the couple years leading up to that was opening up the country club of Sioux Falls.
Okay.
So somebody made a call, said, "Hey, you should go check this place out." I did. One of the guys who was hiring there, Chad Olson, he opened all the Minervas. He was the corporate guy for WR Group for years. He's a super solid guy. And he brought me on board. So I managed the bar for them for a little bit and got to know downtown Sioux Falls really, really well.
Crazy.
And been here ever since. But it was that kind of feeling of like, this is a cool place. Like I was looking at Minneapolis, Omaha, a couple of adjacent places, and this was it.
Do you feel like, Dan, when you first got here, though, Chris and I used to always be like, we don't have anything for you. Why are you being so nice? Like, I can't give you anything. It was like, almost like we were like the people that drove into our garage and like put it right down right away. Like, please, nobody talk to us. God.
If I had not had I call it the buffer zone of going to college in a super small town.
Oh.
I remember I almost got into I got into a few altercations because like people would like wave and like look at you and I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know you.
My uncle moved because his neighbor waved at him.
It was the weirdest thing.
I'm not kidding.
But now I love it. if you ever drive with me, like now, if like, I don't know, our team knows, like Tone and Brett and all the folks, we drive down to the Cove or wherever down there, like Meckling. I
love waving.
I'm the wave guy. Like every car that passes by, I'm the person.
Well, and then there's the weird Midwest thing that if you have the same kind of car,
oh yeah,
then whoever
That's
has
always
the
been
same car is like,
yeah. But no, like it was out at first. But to answer your question, like I think the buffer zone, I call that buffer zone, like of being in Northwest Iowa, where it's ultra small, super small town. I think I kind of have I developed a love for rural communities and like smaller communities. And Sioux Falls was nice because it was like, oh, I can be downtown. Like I've never not lived downtown since I moved here, which is kind of cool. I spent a couple years on the South Side. I hated it. I'm not built for suburbia. I'm built for like I'm built for the sticks.
I love it.
Or downtown. Yeah, I can't be in like the middle. I got to be downtown in the same area. In the mix.
We are. We're neighbors.
You guys south of?
We're by Tomar Park.
Oh yeah, very cool.
I love it.
I wouldn't consider that. I was like on like 85th.
I feel like central. That's more central.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because 57th used to be the edge of town.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Here I sound like an old person talking about it.
Yeah. Well, no, and then my husband's from Philadelphia. And like he's like still abrasive, but he's gotten way softer.
John? Are you sure?
And this is way less.
Are we talking about the same guy?
I'm talking like he's gone down like 10 levels.
I know.
And like obsessed with South Dakota. Like at first he was like, I'm like, hey, actually I'm from South Dakota. And he's like, are you kidding me? And like was pissed. And then he came here and then he wanted to hate it. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, everyone's so nice here. Mm-hmm. Like he was like, I don't want to go anywhere else. And then now he goes to Philadelphia for Christmas and he's like, why is everyone yelling? And I'm like, because that's how you all talk.
That's exactly how we feel when we go home.
Driving specifically.
Yeah, we spent like an hour and a half to go 9 miles when we were there in last October, and we were like, thank goodness.
I tell friends that live out there still, like, so you fly into El Segundo and you go to San Bernardino, 80 miles, 87 miles, maybe.
3 hours.
You drive to Omaha. If I'm cooking, 2.5 2 hours, and that's 160 miles.
It better be 2.5, or you're going way fast.
2.5 hours, and people don't believe me. I'm like, it's different.
Lord above, Chad. Yeah. Well, what's going on? So then, how can we help you with, moving forward, getting more people here? Because obviously we're all obsessed.
Yeah, we all love Sioux Falls, but share the message with your friends and family, even if they've never lived here. If you have friends from different stages of your life when you've lived elsewhere, remind them of the great community that we have here in Sioux Falls. And we'll have a landing page with all these resources of how to move here, different videos that showcase different facets of Sioux Falls life, our business community, our family safety, everything like that. We have tons of resources for people who are interested in moving. So share those out. And if anybody has any questions at the Development Foundation, we're always happy to help. So send them our way.
Can you also, going into what you're just saying, like talk about smaller towns, like someone's maybe thinking of moving. And I mean, I'm an original Sioux Falls person, so like it just seems like normal to me. But it probably is like a big leap for some people. Yeah. Talk about that.
Exactly. Yeah. And we always say at the foundation, a rising tide lifts all boats. So even if they don't choose Sioux Falls, if they choose one of the communities around us that are great also, we'll still love to have them in Sioux Falls, and our community will benefit in different ways. So, and like you said, that can be kind of a leap for somebody if they really want, that smaller community feel with smaller schools, things like that.
Right.
There's so many great communities around us too that are growing. They have so many great amenities too, and they would be so welcome there as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, how about you? What's going on with SISU Fit? What can we do to support you?
So we're actually going to start a rowing challenge. You guys know my mission, create the healthiest city that we can. So we've done it for the past, this will be our 12th year doing it.
Dang.
It's through Concept 2. And basically from Thanksgiving Day till Christmas Eve, you can choose an amount of meters that you can either row or bike. And it's 100,000 or 200,000. Once again, sounds like a lot, right? But you break it down and it works out to be about 15 to 17 minutes a day. And what we found is it really helps people reduce stress. The average person actually gains 3 to 9 pounds during the Christmas season. Last year, Chris did a poll because he's a numbers guy, and our members lost anywhere from 3 to 7 pounds. We had 45 people just at the gym do it. So we did a fun rucking challenge in July, and people really dug it in the downtown community. So now we're opening this up for all of Sioux Falls.
Oh, cool.
Just to be a part of it. We're inviting everyone, and then all the proceeds are going to go to charity.
Awesome.
So give back, right? And then, just come check us out. Schedule a studio tour. It's sisu-fit.com. We just would love to share it with everyone. Like I said, I'm like a kid in a candy store. So pop on by and see what we're all about. And we'd love to show you.
Yeah, and it's definitely like a really fun modern gym. So check it out.
If you haven't been down there, firsthand, we got a lovely tour.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. It's super cool. I will be acquiring a membership here shortly.
I love it.
Roll your ways.
Yeah, we have apparel. We have everything. Apparel, virtual fitness.
Yeah. That
Oh,
one room,
virtual.
so like, not to like go off on another tangent, but like I just want like the one room. So like describe that one where, just for viewers, right, or listeners, you walk in and there's a smaller studio you have, which doesn't have like massive equipment. There's no like speed racks or anything, but you have these things where there's a screen.
They're called virtual pods.
The virtual pod.
Yes.
Walk me through that for people that don't have a ton of time and maybe don't have like because the intimidation factor of walking into a gym. Bunch of kettlebells, bunch of barbells, bunch of machines. What do I do with it? How do I do this? Walk me through that virtual pod.
Yeah, so in the past, we've always had instructors, and then you try to find an instructor for what everybody likes, and then things happen, and they can't always do that. So with this time, with the opportunity that we had, we found our designers were from Los Angeles, and they had these pods. It's the first integration with our gym system, though, where we've put the pods in. So you have equipment, and you have about 12 different types of workout that you can do. So we have like stretching, but then it's Stretch Lab, and they offer videos. And then there's Pilates, there's cycle, there's boxing, there's HIIT, there's strength, there's breath work. And you can do all these at your own time, but you still feel like you're getting led by an instructor.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice. Like plug and play has been great. And since COVID, people still have kept the digital as one of their ways to work out, but they get bored sometimes just being in their home. So this is a way for them to get out. It's actually been like buddies have been doing it. Buddies have been teaming up like Saturdays and Sundays. They'll come in, or if it's after hours. The other night, two of my clients said they hit up a Pilates after their lift at like 7:30 at night, and they loved it. So it's just a way that people can really evolve too with fitness and try different things and maybe do something you didn't even know you would enjoy. And we like to talk about seasons in fitness and in life, and people change and things happen. And if you're stressed, you shouldn't be doing heavy, hard, long necessarily. And maybe you just do need some meditation and breath work. And
I think for other people, like these, like talking about these corporate athletes, right? Like not doing anything is bad, but it's also bad to show up without a plan.
Exactly.
And so like if you can go and take that away, like take that hurdle away from people, makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So
We have a game, yeah?
we have a game, but the screen's not on.
Oh no. Is it a is it a PowerPoint
Well, it says
game?
click here to play.
Click here to play. All right, we're gonna take, because we're recording, we can just edit this out.
Yeah,
we can just magically jump to the game. Tone, we need the game up.
Business or
Fitness.
oh, that's a letdown. Here's the game.
All right, we got the rules. All right, you've been given a term. Your job is to determine whether it applies to the business world or the fitness world. Ooh. Players can choose to play together or against one another. Keep track of your score if you're feeling competitive. Always am. There will be 10 terms. Okay, how do we want to do this?
I don't know. We didn't even know there was a game
I knew that.
Aware
Yeah.
of game playing.
Oh, there's a game.
because we're so professional.
Greta always puts together a very well thought out game, very well executed. It's usually a really good time. So we got 10 terms. We have to guess them. We have to determine whether it's a business term or a fitness term.
Okay.
Should we make this easy and put?
Just shout it out
Yeah.
or write it down.
I think we write it down.
Okay.
So how about we just make this easy? Leah, Annie, you guys are a team, and then we'll be a team.
I'm going with you because I
make
don't know
sense?
much about the fitness world.
We'll see how much.
Oh no, I'll keep score for both.
Oh, okay.
I'll keep score for both. All right, Tone, proceed. 1, bench strength.
Business.
Fitness.
You vote business. Our pick is business.
Yeah, is it?
Well, I guess we'll find out. You guys are going with fitness?
I am.
Okay.
You're my
Final
partner.
answer.
That's my final answer.
Final answer. All right. So we have final answer business for team 605. Final answer fitness for team SISU. Let's see what it is. It's a business term.
Oh.
All right. Point 1.
It's a trick question.
It is. That is very much a trick question.
Because you can have bench strength.
Yes. And I think
Greta.
if we were really honest, like it's a word that isn't used in business for a sports.
It's a bi-weekly,
term. It's
bi-monthly situation.
It's a sports thing.
This is a
We're
bi-weekly,
winning,
bi-monthly.
Annie. Don't worry about it.
It's bi-weekly. Yeah, it's bi-weekly. All right, next one, Tone. ROM.
Definitely fitness.
That is a fitness term.
Look at that camel toe. Sorry. Okay.
What if it's a moose knuckle?
Moose knuckle. I know. You never know.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say this is a fitness term.
Okay, I'll go with you. I'll go with you, partner.
Definitely
So
fitness.
we have 2 votes for fitness.
That would be called range of motion.
Fitness, it's range of motion.
Oh.
So we'll both get a point, but you guys will get another point because you actually gave us the definition as well before it was up on the
Oh,
screen.
there you go. What? Are you giving her that because of the moose knuckle?
That's why.
I should actually get 3.
Yeah, 3 for the moose knuckle. All right, Tone, next one. Burn rate.
That's fitness.
That's business.
That's a business term. I
That's
think
business?
it's a business term.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
Yeah, buddy.
Is that, you quoting Annie Mello? What is that? Who's that?
It's Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's Jay-Z.
Burn rate. Business.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, you guys got one. We got one.
Oh, my burn rate's rough. ROI, that is business.
It's
Return
business.
on investment.
Yeah. Is that 2 points then?
And she also has a moose knuckle.
I'm going to start taking away points for us for every time you bring up a moose
outright.
knuckle.
Sorry.
No, we have another point. You guys got that one right? Let's go, Tone. Periodization.
Fitness.
Oh, yeah, fitness. Isn't that like something about metabolism or something like that?
This is a programming
Or am I totally
term.
wrong?
It's a programming term.
It is.
You're a programming term. Okay.
All right. the
Process of adjusting
periodization
variables.
during workouts over
Shut
time
up,
to
Dan.
improve performance. It's also something I use in like training, like actual. Well, I even talk about I adopt this for organizational training, like we're doing communication and coaching and stuff like that. Like any sort of learning and development where you're trying to develop an actual skill. You can increase things like intensity and resistance, not just in a weight standpoint, but in like
I call
a
it the
role-playing
Sims, where
standpoint.
you move things around and the Sims act differently. Remember the
That
Sims?
too.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, como schnaller? And he'd be like, yeah, I moved the disco ball.
Did all of these characters just have a stroke?
And by
What's
the way,
going on?
you can never have a successful party in The Sims ever. They're always like, no.
I wonder why.
It's trauma.
I would say business.
Overlord principle. I would.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go fitness on
I
this
think
one.
so too. Let's get
I'm gonna go
nasty.
fitness on this one. Let's see what happens.
Nasty.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see it. Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, baby. The overlord
yeah,
principle
additional
states that
stress.
in order to
The
progress and
problem with
improve,
this
putting the
game
body
is
under
so
additional stress
much
beyond normal
use
ski.
both.
Business and fitness.
We use both.
And that's actually how we talk to people in business is create your body like your
Yeah.
bank account. Like
Yeah.
it is. Or your
Okay,
business.
okay.
Yep, you can be overdrawn. Oh, hypertrophy.
Fitness. Yeah.
That is a fitness term.
Hypertrophy.
It's the enlargement of an organ or tissue from the increase in size of its cells. Muscle.
Basically getting cut.
Getting swole.
Getting swole.
Yep, all the meathead
I can
stuff you
already
do
tell
just to,
Greta
like,
loved
get
making
all-
this deck.
Yeah.
RDL.
That's
That is
a fitness.
term.
That's a Romanian deadlift.
It is a Romanian deadlift. You guys are up 1. We're up 1. Tone, send it.
Fitness.
That's in which your body bends the hips and the knees. It's for your posterior chain.
Oh, the deadlifts.
To
Yeah.
increase hamstring strength and
Yeah.
low back stability.
Yeah. She knows all that stuff. I see. I pay attention in
up
class
next-
every now and again.
Up next will be the death drop.
All right, one more. Ooh,
Strength or stretch goals.
That would be business.
Ooh.
anything? Do you see anything with? Is there anything you observe in this graphic?
Not
that
at
you'd like
all.
to
Do
point
you?
out?
Not at all. Business stretch goals are ambitious, as is her camel toe, and challenging objectives that go beyond what
There
is
it
typical, considered achievable, or expected.
There it is.
Yep.
All right, last one. Activation.
Speaking of activation,
You say fitness? Okay. I'm going to make the argument that it's,
Activation.
I'm going to say it's a business term from our context. We'll see what happens.
ooh,
Whoa,
it can
I was
refer to a
surprised.
brand activation or customer activation, which are both marketing strategies that aim to increase brand awareness and drive sales. I don't know a lot of these
from a
ones.
brand activate. I
your
guess.
body and your
I was
Activate.
thinking more like in an actual
core
sense.
activation is what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
I was customer activation. I think that makes sense.
game.
Yeah, it is interesting. She always does a very in-depth game. I remember the one
She
with the
takes
kids,
her games very seriously.
and they're always great. They're always great.
And then the other thing too is Greta never will come on camera, so then we just talk about Greta like an invisible person. So
She exists. She's real. She's not AI.
no.
She's not in the sim.
We don't think.
Hey, anything about this end deck
No, looks good. I see a lot of mobility in the posterior chain.
Those are
right?
camel pants, though.
Looks like there's.
Yeah. Actually,
Looks like there's
the
good
color
mobility in
is
the
very
G-spine.
camel toned.
You know?
Yeah.
I think actually.
gracious, we
Anyways,
can't have that.
Right.
another
That is
605
interesting.
show.
There's so many terms that we use in the gym and you guys use in the gym world that I feel like have been stolen by the business world.
I love it.
know what I
I love
mean?
that you can integrate both.
Yeah,
And create the corporate athlete.
100%. I love it. What a great way to end.
Isn't it
episode.
really all practice? You know, we all have to. I was gonna say something really smart, and then I.
We're gonna pull another quote from Jay-Z, another reasonable doubt quote.
Okay, who did you say it was?
I was joking about Andy Milano. I thought you would know who I was talking about, but no.
I can't believe of all your posts, because you've been having a lot of hip hop posts.
Yep.
That you did not know that was Jay-Z.
I did. I was just joking about.
Well,
Andy
you were being a
Milano.
goof.
Yeah.
Oh, you big goof.
Yeah.
Trying to be all silly, but anyways, thank you everyone for another 605 show.
This has been good. It's been fun.
Yeah,
Plug
thank
your
you guys.
websites one more time. How can people enter the giveaway?
Yes, SiouxFalls.com/giveaway.
Okay. And Sisu Fit.
Sisu/fit.com.
Boom. Check it out.
Go check it out.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
Sorry, I've never done that before.
Blow a kiss.
Trailman, man, let's go. You are now rocking with the. You are now you're rocking with the best. You are now